or a standing 8 count. The standing fighter will go to the furthest neutral corner and will remain there until I call him out. There is no clinching or holding. Obey my verbal commands at all times. Any questions for me at all, gentlemen? Let's go. Best of luck.
Well, there you have it, John. There's not much for it now except to get it going. 12 rounds for the Super Heavyweight Championship of the World. As you have said earlier in the open of our show, Brad Hefton, a little bit of a slow starter. If Tremblay has any real shot to get it done, he better get it done early in the fight.
Well, that seems to be the case with Brad Hefton. If you're going to do it, he goes out, and it seems like he has to get knocked around a little bit to really get all the rockets really fired, although he comes out of the dressing room looking like he's ready for action.
Each other, please, and bow. Timekeeper, begin.
And there we are, the start, round 1, schedule 12 for the Super Heavyweight Championship of the World here on the Coors Super Fights, Battle of Champions.
Steve Tremblay at 6 feet tall is giving up 3 inches of reach to Brad Hefton, and a nice double kick there by Hefton.
Hefton looking like he wants to get it over a little earlier. He's not starting out as slow as he usually does. Also looks a little lighter than he usually is, too.
He came in here at 209. I don't think he's been 209 pounds in several years. It's as light as I've seen him.
Overhand right there by Hefton that grazes only. Tremblay getting in some kicks.
Yeah, at this point, it looks like Hefton's out there fighting somebody's little brother, doesn't it?
Sure does. Hefton, a much, despite only 2 pounds difference in size, a much bigger-looking guy. Tremblay slipping and falling down, trying to avoid Brad Hefton punch. We are a minute into this fight. Neither fighter down, neither fighter hurt yet, but Brad Hefton starting a little faster than he normally does. Good exchange of jabs there. Good front leg round kick.
Well, Tremblay's the kind of fighter that doesn't go out and put
Good right hand by Hefton. Tremblay is hurt. This could be over early. Tremblay throws a right, takes a kick. Tremblay shaken up by that punch a little bit. Brad Hefton on the move, wants to get done with it, it looks like. Tremblay not hurt bad enough, though, I don't think, John.
You know, one of the greatest fights that Brad Hefton ever had was against Kerry Root.
Another good right hand, and there goes Tremblay down. There are 20 seconds left in the first round. Tremblay is down, and he is hurt. The count is 6, 7, and he is still down. 8, and he is up and very shaky. He has got to survive. 10 seconds. Here comes Hefton. Tremblay wants to stay out of it. Hefton is not getting it done, I don't think, this round. And the round ends, and that is the best possible thing that could happen to Tremblay. He was hurt badly by that shot by Hefton. I'm sure we'll get a chance to take a look at it again here in just a moment. Brad Hefton with a thundering right hand, John.
I was just going to say that one of the best fights that Brad Hefton ever had was against Kerry Root, and Steve Tremblay looks like Kerry Root. He's about the same size, and I tell you, he just absorbed some tremendous shots from Brad Hefton. We're going to see right now coming up here, Hefton just steps in there and nails him. You all right, bud? Right hand, right over the top.
Good right hand.
Just stiffened Tremblay's legs.
And you can see that he really is not sure right now where he is. And boy, what a tough first round to have to try to come back from.
Well,
As we,
if I were Steve Tremblay's, Han Lee is in his corner there. If I were his man, I would quickly take 12 pounds off of Steve Tremblay, move him down to the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
He's not tall enough, and he doesn't carry enough weight.
You're absolutely right. Round 2, and let's see how long this one goes. Brad Hefton knows that Tremblay is still hurt. Tremblay, though, moving forward, which may or may not be the best tactics he can employ. Hefton with a spinning back, follows it with a round kick. Both of them missed, but boy, it looked good.
I tell you, he's just throwing all the stops out is Brad Hefton. Steve Tremblay still looks very confused. Certainly doesn't look like he's throwing anything with any real intent.
No, Tremblay is not fully recovered.
Here comes the right hand.
A minute and a half of this fight in this round. Overhand right again by Hefton that misses, but he is loading up. High kick, partially blocked.
You know, really, Hefton now needs to just settle down, and wait and sink it in there because he's throwing everything from too far out. Tremblay's still on wobbly legs.
And it looks, John, like he is now doing exactly what you have just said. As we approach the midway point in this round, Brad Hefton now begins to slow it down a little bit and start to pick his shots. Good jab there.
Well, he'll get the one he's looking for if he doesn't try to force it.
Just under 1 minute left in round 2 of the super heavyweight title fight. And Brad Hefton firmly and totally in control at this point.
Would expect Hefton now to go out there. He should be trying to work that body a little bit to open up the head, because Tremblay is carrying the hands very high. His body is a target.
Good high side kick by Hefton there that caught Tremblay partially on the jaw. Tremblay still moving in. A roundhouse left hook that hit high on Brad Hefton's head didn't hurt him. Hefton, as you suggested, though, John, it's time for him to slow down. He has done that and is now waiting. 20 seconds left to go in this round.
Well, a kick that just...
Good right hand there, and Tremblay is hurt again. He's caught with a front kick in the belly. Tremblay is not sure where he is. We will be back with round 3.
Hefton landing another right hand. That one just kind of glanced up high.
Guys, be sure to
followed
dry him
up with a front kick. Further compounding Steve Tremblay's problems there, that he missed a kick in that round. So he really is down. I mean, I think it's probably all academic.
Yeah, at this point in time, I think that's the least of his problems. As we approach the start of round 3, Brad Hefton looking very much like he wants to get done with this.
Go ahead.
Well, here we go with round 3. Hefton coming out hard. Side kick to the stomach. Hefton throwing the good hard kicks now. He's looking for his spot.
Hefton does an excellent job with that front leg side kick. He really sticks it in there strong, and all that does is pull the elbows down. Pull the elbows down, open up the head for the overhand right.
Hefton lands a right there.
To Steve Tremblay's credit, he's still in here fighting. He's really can't feel very like he has much of a chance here, but he is continuing to come out and throw leather.
Yeah, you're right. We do. There it is. Good left front leg kick. Tremblay falls right down with it. He's got a minute, just under a minute and a half to survive in this round. That is not good news. Survives the count of 7, and he is up. Hefton now coming with the kicks. Tremblay in some serious trouble here in round 3. No question about it.
Well, it's just a matter of time.
It really is, John. I think there it is. Another good front kick to the jaw. Hefton kicking beautifully tonight. Takes the right hand over the top. Tremblay staggered again. Tremblay's in some trouble here. He's not studying the legs. His eyes are not clear. You can see. Spinning
Jump
kick.
back kick there that didn't really land, but it scared me. I'll tell you, it scared Steve Tremblay.
30 seconds left in round 3. Tremblay is not all here. You can see his eyes when he moves around this way. He is not all here. That kick partially blocked by Tremblay. Overhand right by Hefton. The left hook does not miss, and that is it. Han Lee has thrown in the towel. The fight is over. Han Lee, Steve Tremblay's trainer and handler, has thrown in the towel. This fight is over. A great left hook from Brad Hefton, and he retains the ISKA World Super Heavyweight Championship. John, that's about as good a performance as I've seen for Brad Hefton in all the time we've been doing this.
Well, it didn't take long to figure out that Steve Tremblay was really overmatched here. He is the number 4 contender, but he just physically could not even get close with Brad Hefton. Hefton had too much reach, too much skill, too much firepower. Steve Tremblay just wasn't in the fight at any point.
Yeah, you're right, and I think the key is something that you said earlier, which is his handlers ought to take some weight off of him and move him down into the heavyweight division, because I don't know if his frame can hold a whole lot more weight, or if it should, to be a fighter. And certainly, as you say, overmatched here against Brad Hefton, but then almost everybody is overmatched against Brad Hefton. Well, we'll be back with the official time and the official decision right after these. Rockford, Illinois, the Coors Super Fight Battle of Champions, and we have just seen a dramatic knockout by Brad Hefton of Steve Tremblay. Let's go up to our ring announcer, Kyron Davis.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute and 50 seconds in the 3rd round, the winner by knockout and still the ISKA Super Heavyweight Champion of the World, Brad